What's up, Darkfall people? Sorry it took so long to get this video out. I've been kind of busy, but I'm back, getting ready for launch, and we're gonna go over the latest patch. Let's do it. Alright, so what is this easy anti-cheat? This is basically the first time Darkfall's hacking has been addressed. So with this service, it should eliminate any teleport hacking, speed hacks, wall hacks, radar, pixel detection, that sort of thing. So not a lot to say here except great job, Big Picture Games. Alright, let's talk about dynamic spawning now. So Big Picture Games has developed the groundwork, which enables them to spawn items based on area and elevation, which probably means we're going to be seeing a lot more world and environment interaction in the future. Maybe something similar to Breath of the Wild, who knows. Anyway, one of the new free spawning items is mushrooms, and these are used in cooking recipes as far as I can see so far. And speaking of cooking, there's a cooking mastery which has a lot of new recipes and some stuff we've never seen, and a lot of the food received a lot of changes. Also, they show, let me show you my lobster, they show the regen on the food now. So some food is better than others in certain areas, and there's also food with mana regen, so that's going to affect mage gameplay a little bit. I'm sure that's going to be a staple, but the ingredients for some of this are, you got to work for it, so there's actually going to be a market for a little bit of food now. There's also attribute foods which boost your stats, kind of like a stat buff. There's lesser and greater versions, and there's 15 and 30-minute versions of each. There's also protection foods, which boost your protections like stone skin or fire shield. And same thing, lesser, greater, and 15 or 30 minutes so far. Real quick changes with woodcutting. Shipbuilding is now available for purchase with only 50 woodcutting, and with the recent changes to building cost, creates a really low entry point for naval gameplay. Alright, so two more changes to woodcutting. Campfires only require 25 skill and 10 wood. Doors are craftable at 50 skill, and shovels are also available at 25 skill. So also with this change, system messages have been tweaked a little bit, and you can dig up dirt, which I'm assuming is going to be useful in a future patch, because I haven't seen anything yet. Has to be useful for something. Alright, next up is armor smithing, and oh. Alright, really though, this one's really cool. They reduced the ingot cost of all your regular armor smithing armors, so chain, banded, scale, and plate, by a significant amount. So this is so good. It means the cost of making gear bags just fell considerably, and metal armor is actually really nice. P.S. Want to buy all of your metal armor at launch. Alright, this one's probably my favorite change so far. Check it out. Hold your mouse to swing, duh. Moving on to mount ownership. So even though stealing people's mounts was always a thing in Darkfall, this is a good change from a new player perspective. So you can still steal someone's mount, you just go gray. So I'd say don't do it in the tower zone. So when a player spawns a mount or a ship, they're tagged as the owner for a duration of 30 seconds plus the despawn time. So jumping on someone else's figurine is going to make you go rogue. Moving on to holding changes. I literally said wow out loud when I read this. So the module costs of all structures has been halved, except for cannon towers and walls. This means it's a lot easier to get a new city built up, and it's not quite as detrimental if you get sieged and lose it. Hit points on most of these structures has been halved, except for the banks, and Hamlet Clanstone's HP was doubled. Now it's time to go over a few miscellaneous changes. So PvE parrying was nerfed just a little bit. You can't use just any shield and get the full 80% damage reduction benefit. Now it's kind of based on your shield rank, and it scales from 60% damage reduction to 80%. Moving on to spell changes real quick. Many spells like Begone, Heal Other, etc. had their requirements changed. A lot of spells that were seen as useless were removed completely, and loads more spells were modified, such as the field AoE spells, debuffs, etc. But I'm going to be making separate videos on that stuff later. So make sure to sub and hit the bell to be notified when I make new videos so you see them. There's definitely a lot more miscellaneous changes and fixes on the full patch notes. So to see those, take the link in the description to the website. And arguably two of the biggest changes in this patch are the PvE changes, such as monsters being able to exceed the damage caps, and champions, and the new player tutorial. But I'm going to make a new video for both of those topics, so be sure to check back soon, and as always, thanks a bunch for watching.